did Rafael dos Anjos strategically pull out of this fight? Now, I don't know the extent. Maybe his foot is cracked in half. I have no idea. I'm just making a video, giving food for thought. And also just to talk about Conor McGregor just waltzing in for the title shot. So, when Jose Aldo pulled out of the fight with Conor, with his rib, like he was cleared to fight and all this, I think Jose Aldo strategically pulled out of that fight. He's like, I don't have to fight this guy. I'm going to let Chad Mendes beat him or whoever else. And if he beats Chad Mendes, at least he's earned his way to come and fight me. But I think Jose Aldo was kind of scared of Conor. This may be going on with Rafael dos Anjos, although I don't think it's so much that he's scared of him. I think it's just kind of like, you know what, man, you should not. If you're somebody just going to waltz in and and go for a title shot, what is the point of having weight classes in champions? You know what I mean? If you're going to have all the champions fight each other to see who's the best, then why even have weight classes to begin with? Just have everybody fight each other and see who's best. If you're going to do that, because that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? In other words, Rafael dos Anjos, if I was Rafael dos Anjos, I'd say, but look, man, I had to work my way up, and it was a lot of work. I had to beat all these guys to get a title shot and then win the fight to become champion. I mean, I know Conor's the champion over there, but it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you're going to do that, then just have fight. It doesn't. The way they have it set up, it's like if you got to go with one or the other. You can't be going with just everybody fight everybody. I mean, everybody knows back like when George St. Pierre was reigning supreme, you could have brought somebody in like Scott Smith, and Scott Smith probably would have knocked him out. I mean, maybe not probably, but he could have knocked George St. Pierre out, for sure. Would fighting, say, George St. Pierre fighting Scott Smith, is that a riskier fight than fighting, whoever he was fighting at the time? Yeah, absolutely it was, because some guy that hits real hard. You know what I mean? So, but that never was going to happen because they're not just going to bring people in there. It doesn't work that way. And even if the person wins, beats the champion in an upset, that doesn't mean that they're the best fighter in the world. So I think we as fans and the whole weight class thing, it lets us see who the best fighter in the world is, as long as they're in the organization. And there's some type of structure to it. And that's what the whole UFC is kind of based around. So if you're going to have just super fights and everybody clown act fights and this guy fighting that guy for no reason, then it kind of defeats the whole purpose of the UFC. I mean, that's what goes on other places. They just have a fight just for a fight. And that's kind of cool, but that's not what the whole UFC, how the UFC is set up. So, I mean, in other words, if Rafael dos Anjos pulled out of this fight, maybe because he's injured, but like maybe he could fight, but if he has a reason to pull out, I don't blame him for pulling out, is basically what I'm saying, because it's like, make this guy earn his way. Make this guy earn it, man. If you want to come fight me, I'm the champion. I did all this hard work to get here. I mean, you got to do that hard work too if you want to come beat me. Who are you? You think you're just going to come and walk in and fight me? It doesn't work that way. And, it's kind of disrespectful to the guys that had to do all this work to say, you just go over here and just have a title shot wherever you want. You know what I mean? Heck, what if Rafael dos Anjos said, "Hey UFC, I want to go fight Robbie Lawler for the title"? Would they allow him to? Probably not. Could Rafael dos Anjos beat Robbie Lawler? Yeah, probably could. But are they going to let him just waltz in there and do it? No. It doesn't. The UFC is not set up like that. So, if Rafael dos Anjos is strategically pulling out of the fight, I don't blame him one bit. I'll see you guys later.